Hello? Hello? Let's see if this works. Andrew J pops in. What's up, homie? I mean, what can you see, bro? How are you? I'm trying to fix some stuff up here. Cool. What do you guys see? I'm doing some troubleshooting here. Appreciate you stopping back in. My man, let's go. I don't know what I'm doing. I just watched a couple videos trying to train myself how to go live with my YouTube and the OBS recording system, which is a pain in the you-know-what. Your screen, I think. What do you think? What do you guys see on my screen? Okay. This say Berserker Bear Buffalo Dustin live stream. All right, cool. So then you could see this. Word up. I'm going to have to get used to this. I'll pull this out. It looks blurry. Does that look blurry? Okay. Now I can show you guys some gravy. I think I could do this now. Oh yeah, I got a little bit of a delay. That might be a pain in the ass. 720. Should be better though. Okay, well, this is what I want to do. I'm probably going to set up a thing on Sunday, a premiere on Sunday, so I can do this and you guys can see it. Wow, that's a crazy delay. The stream's current bit rate is lower than recommended. Dan in Phoenix, welcome. Okay, 5x5, thank you. Audio's good. And do you guys see? Yeah, no problem, Andy. Thank you for showing up, man. This isn't going to be any kind of cohesive thing. I'm just, like I said, trying to work through. That's clear now. Okay, thank you, Andrea. It's just a little bit of a delay, I show. So anyway, what I'm going to do on Sunday is go over the books that I shared in my community tab, exploration of Colorado River, and I'm going to use that and the definitions that I get out of that and look them up in here. High school geography from 1911. Well, at the latest 1920. I guess you'd go by the latest one. And I'm just trying to make sure that I know how to do this stuff so I don't fall on my face. But yeah, what I'm going to do is show you all. I pulled out all the pictures from this book, and we're going to go over the expedition of that dude right there. Major Powell. So this dude allegedly, right there, well, he did explore the Grand Canyon. It was the last known, last uncharted spot on all the maps. And this dude was a major in the Civil War. Lost his arm and wound up leading an expedition into the Grand Canyon to check it out. And what they found was some crazy stuff. I mean, it was unbelievable. And I'm just going to show you some previews of it right now. Now that I have my screen share going on. Look at that. Some serious gravy. Also, what I'm going to do is show how I believe they were mined like crazy. I understand the whole idea of melt going out there, guys. Look at my two ravens that follow me around too. Proof right there. Down by the river. All of a sudden one posted up, and I'm like, look at this dude. And then another one posted up. Hugin and Munin. Legends. Okay, what I'm going to do though is try and show how mining was massive back in the day. And I think these things were spoiled. These, what they're calling as mountains, or completely just ignoring in literature, were possibly spoil tips. This is a picture from like the 1500s. And I'm going to go over all of my pictures. Check this out. So these things are what they call this is Vulcan's throne in the Grand Canyon. Allegedly, they're extinct volcanoes, conical shaped volcanoes. I have a hunch that they're actually spoil tips for mining. And what they say happened in here let me know if you guys can hear this actually too.
About 1 million years ago, flowing lavas poured down a side canyon into the Colorado River. 4 times the molten rock poured in and cooled until it had built a dam of basalt and gravel as high as Boulder Dam across the river. The Colorado
Dusty
was
Cleary,
trapped.
nice name.
It rose behind the dam, and after a while it formed a lake.
Watch what happens.
Then the river cut a new channel through the dam and carried away all but patches of lava along the walls. Later, new lavas cascaded over the rim, and a small crater of cinders grew on top. Today, Vulcan's throne stands above the lava flows that cascade down to the remnants of the lava dam below.
Okay, did you see that? That's Vulcan's throne. Now, Vulcan's throne, Vulcan is the Roman god of metallurgy. You guys get to see my search history. Oh, Gina. Look at that, guys. Crazy delay. I gotta fix that. Crazy delay. Check it out. Okay, that's what they say spoil tips are. They look like the landscape. They look like it could be mountains with landscape. They look like they could be pyramids if they have overgrowth over them. Now, how are you going to tell me that you can't say that those things don't look like that? Watch. This is a horrible delay. I'm sorry, guys. Horrible delay. Okay. Now also check this out. Check this out. I don't know about melted buildings, not these, Karen. Maybe the aftermath a very, very long time ago. In this specific case, I don't think this is melted buildings. I think it's the aftermath of heavy, heavy erosion from crazy, crazy high-pressure water out of water cannons. I'm not saying that that it's not melt, but okay. So did you see what we just seen though with what they said happened at the Grand Canyon outside of Vulcan's throne? What happened in this disaster, I think, is what happened at Vulcan's throne. These spoil tips, they collect the excess of mining and all the chemical stuff and the metal ore that's not used accumulates into the center of it, and they effectively act like volcanoes, and they can erupt. And this is a horrible accident that happened in Aberfan, Wales. And this is a spoil tip that actually protruded the ore, the molten ore, which would be slag, effectively molten metal, not too dissimilar from lava. Okay? I literally think that's what we're seeing happen here and what they just described in this video.
Low. Flowing lavas poured down a side canyon into the Colorado River. 4 times the molten rock poured in and cooled until it had built a dam of basalt and gravel as high as Boulder Dam across the river. The Colorado was trapped.
So, and also what I'll show is motive. The motive that we're going to go over all these pictures. Look at this. These are all the pictures from that canyon book. Calling this thing a cliff. Now what I'm going to do, which is cool, is this is one of the coolest things that I've done is going through that book, getting the key terms, and looking at the other book that I have and using that as a reference to get the definitions out of. But look at this thing. It looks like, if you look to the right, it looks like almost like an Aztec mound. Wow, I'm really behind. This is unbelievable. Well, this is just kind of firing from the hip. I wasn't even going to get into all this, but I might not even save this. I got to tweak the delay. It's probably annoying for you guys. Okay, now that I think we're on the same page, I'm going to try to show motive as to why they would mine the heck out of this. And not tell us. And then I'll just peruse through until it catches up. I'm gonna go over this in more detail on Sunday. Sean, how are you? A lot of pictures of the natives. A few of them I left out because I got like not a bad vibe, but I got a vibe of exploitative intent. Yeah, it's funny you say tribulation, Dan, because in one of the videos I watched, and how they try to look at, guess what? Here, you know what? Oh, I can't show you. You guys can't see my face. Guess what page of the book that was on with all the letters? I'll give you one guess. Like Matt from Quantum of Conscience says, I'll give you. You only need one, but I'll give you 3 guesses. Page 33 for sure. Jacob's Ladder Mock. They can't help themselves. Yeah, exactly. Electric Towel, you got it. Look at that. Check this out. Imagine being or allegedly the first Western civilization explorers to come into this, explore into this canyon and see something like that. Now, I don't know if this itself is a metalliferous vein, because it looks to me like that is snow, but wait till you see some of this one picture that I have of a geological formation that I did not learn about in geology class. And from my feedback of sending out and sharing the pictures, not many people have. And again, I believe that will define motive. And I was talking with Philip Druzinin about this, back and forth, because he's a OG. He's a reference for this. He's been talking about this mining stuff for a very long time. This puts a whole different picture on where the mud could come from, because if they're doing a lot of hydraulic surface mining, the amount of water and runoff that produces, effectively what they're doing is speeding up the process of erosion. It says that in an article. Look at this. What's going on here, guys? They're calling this the Pyramid Butte. But we'll go over the definition of buttes. What is that? You guys getting into philosophical? I mean, I would appreciate it if you don't go crazy with the religious talk. I trust me, I respect it a lot, but we're talking about canyons here, guys. Let's not, I'm not telling you not to. And you guys know where I stand. I am a Christian, so I believe in Jesus Christ as my Savior. And after that, you guys don't need to hear anything else. And I appreciate if you guys would keep that sentiment in the chat. And I'm not trying to smack your wrist or anything, but it could be triggering for a lot of people, so just be mindful. That's all I'll say about that. So yeah, what they're doing is speeding up the process of erosion. Now that's very important, and I found an article where it's detailing the water hydraulic mining that they used. It's a whole process, guys. They had to canal off the streams, set up a system where they can canal it and use the pressure of falling water, actually, to cycle the water down the canyon into these hoses that would have a spigot on them, a very small spigot, and it would create pretty much like a laser jet of water. And they're just They would also use dynamite to blast out some of the ore. See, so Philip Druzinin might look at that and say that that's all mined. And I might not disagree. Wait till you see the size and the scale. And I haven't even got to the motive yet. Yeah, so Philip might say that that's all mined. Every level mined. And I'm going to make an argument for that come Sunday. I'm getting a little bit further. Look at that talus. Look at that talus. Wow, I can't believe. Maybe strip, yeah. Mine and talus mining. Or tailings, tail mining. So here goes the talus, or a geological definition for that would be scree. S is in Sam, C is in cat, R-E-E, scree, also known as talus. Is that natural from coming off of these buttes, or was it mined and that's the runoff? I'd say hold your judgment on that until after Sunday. No, I want to get to the motive. This is all. I don't want to show you guys all this. I don't want to give you the entree just yet. Oh, here we go. You guys want to talk about melting? This is isn't it? this picture or drawing or illustration or whatever you want to say is something that my friend Joachim of the Tartarian Meltdown, I highly recommend you go check his channel out. He focuses strictly on the melt, but he is open for discussion. But he would call this, what you would say is, they was what we're calling is something that looks like it was melted, because the brick around it may have puffed out. And Philip is kind of against that, not against it, but he says that if it did do that, then it should be vitrified, meaning that it should have a sheen to it, because he cites a real world example of northern Scotland called Lagrange, where mainstream historians and archaeologists say that those Lagrange shelters have been vitrified from extreme heat. Something happened to them, and they definitely do have a glossy sheen over them. So what we're saying is melt, or looks like melt in these situations. They don't have that sheen, and that's one feature that is one reservation that Philip has, and I understand that. But it does look like melt, it does. But we also have to incorporate the idea of hydraulic mining now, because of the scale they were doing it at. And it literally could have created local mud floods. Okay, I'm going to get to this one picture and then chill. I'm giving you guys a little bit too much gravy here. Spoil tips, huh? Spoil tips, mining, huh? They say that those are lake beds. Give me a break. It's a mining operation. Mining operation. Look, they say that that's ancient lake bed. I don't think so. Okay, Karen, where do you see this? Ladders, ladders, ladders. Wow. Okay, here we go. And this will be my cliffhanger for you. Okay, so Karen says here in AZ, mica shines in the granite. That was boiled. That was a boiled building. So I disagree, Karen. I didn't read your whole comment. I just said here in AZ mica shines, and I thought about this. Here's what I think what they did. Now I would like to know why I wasn't taught about this phenomenon in geology class. So what this is saying, right in front of our face, is that this is a metalliferous vein exposed to view. Now look at the size of that. So you can even see that they're actually making it look like it's shining. Okay? I've never heard of that. And in the depiction that this Powell guy talks about, his first expedition down the Grand Canyon, not hide nor hair of seeing something as probably awe-inspiring and amazing as that. So what I believe we did was blew all that out and then sprayed those water cannons at it to sluice it all down and then mine it. That's what I believe happened. All along the whole length of it. So it didn't create it. We didn't create the Grand Canyon. Natural processes do happen. And effectively what they're doing with the definition of hydraulic water mining is speeding up the process of erosion. So if after you're done with that operation, after 5 years, it just looks like natural processes, right back to normal, because you're just effectively running water over it. Very, very good, easy operation to clean up. check this out. I believe in my Gulliver's Travels. This will be the end. I'm giving you guys a lot of gravy here. In my Gulliver's Travels, looking through and trying to grab all the information I can about hydraulic mining and, as it relates to or is pertaining to Grand Canyon and the massive hydraulic surface mining that we did back in the day, seemingly. I believe I found a before and after picture. Even though they say this is an illustration, pretty sure they had cameras back then. And they just said it was an illustration, so they don't have to show the detail. But they show pretty good detail here. And look, I mean, it kind of looks like they're trying to hide what may have been an old school tower. Bottom right, you see that? So if this was the first time that this was being explored by Western civilization, and they're saying that the natives are building houses like buttes and teepees, what is that doing there? A Hansel and Gretel, or Rapunzel type tower? Next to a massive mountain that has iron ore veins exposed. That's just unbelievable to me. And I said before and after. There you go. It's got to be it. I love when I can't zoom in. Oh well. Found this definition. They are apt to be rich in mineral wealth because long continued erosion has laid bare veins of ore once deeply buried. Now, this was all probably metal, maybe either silver or gold. Imagine seeing that. And then they blow it up and mine it out, and it's all gone. And now I think that's what the gold rush was. After they were all said and done with that, and everything was washed out and obtained to their liking, they're like, oh yeah, let them eat cake and go get our scraps. I am human. What are you saying? As far as this goes, I'm not paying attention to the chat. I should be, actually. So that's kind of, I'm gonna do a little bit more in depth on Sunday, and I appreciate you guys being here. I'm gonna end it. I think I know how to take it. Oh yeah, come over to MeWe. Subscribe here if you guys want to contribute. Please. You have to subscribe to our autodidactic Realm Earth. You don't have to pay for it, okay? You do not have to pay for it. This is just something that pops up. Skip the trial. Skip the trial. Skip the trial. Okay? You have to make a user account on MeWe, and you have to apply to Autodidactic Realm Earth Research Group. Set up by Campbell of Autodidactic. Thank you, sir. Much obliged to you, brava. We'll be talking soon. Some more roundtables with me, Philip, Michelle Gibson, hopefully Paul Cook, UAP, Martin Liedke. I know Campbell's got all those guys lined up to have roundtables. To move the research forward, we got to do it. We got to come together and put it all on the table and hammer it out. So that's what we're going to be doing, and you're going to be hearing more of it. And for myself, I'm going to be doing a video with Michelle soon. Michelle Gibson, go check her out. Phenomenal researcher as well. Obviously, Campbell. He's going to try to get Paul Cook on. So just like those dudes do at like Jeranism and the Flat Earth podcast, like Dave Weiss and Dave Weiss at DITHR. Yo, hook me up, Dave, for that plug, dude. For real, though. I'm just kidding. Dave's a legend, straight up legend. So is Matt from Woketown. Those guys do roundtables like it's nobody's business. Professionals, OGs, and I look up to them and their channels. Good dudes, great channels, great information. So in the style of how they do their thing, very well produced and all that. That's how we're going to try to do, or that's what Campbell is doing in setting up with our Mudflood, Reset, Tartarian, Old World research channel. So a lot to come. This doesn't stop, and I appreciate everybody's support, feedback, help, insight, love, all that. More gravy to come. All right. Peace out. God bless. And I'll see you on Sunday night. I'll set up a post for you guys so you can see more as to exactly what time and details. So I'll be in touch. All right. God bless.